Hello everyone watching this, my name is Strify. I ask you on my Twitter account to post questions with the hashtag StrifyIllusion, and I picked out some random questions and I'm going to answer them for you. So I'm gonna start with a question from Bizarre Jack E. Would you like to make a guest role in a TV series, and in which one? That's a very good question. I am recently obsessed with the new season from American Horror Story. I loved every season, and I'm a German artist, and it's rather difficult to get a role in an American TV show. But since I'm allowed to dream, I'm saying American Horror Story. I love the musical numbers in the new series, and I would love to join the cast for one episode. The next question is from the same person, and she's asking me, which is your favorite beer? I actually don't have a favorite beer, despite being German, but I hardly drink any beer. I'm not a big fan of beer. I prefer wine, and I prefer drinks like gin tonic and Moscow Mule, and I'm not drinking beer a lot. Um, Gorda Panda wants to know if I keep seeing the other members of Cinema Bizarre. Yes, I actually do. I work a lot with Shin. He is working as a movie maker, and I love his work. You can check out his homepage on gotomotion.com, and I see him quite regularly. Just recently, I texted Kiro and we wrote a little bit, and I sometimes write with you as well. They're all fine, and I'm always happy to speak to them. There's a girl, there are like two kanjis. I can't actually read them. And she wants me to tell you 3 things that I desire to accomplish in life. Hashtag make illusion happen. Make illusion happen. And well, one thing I want to accomplish in life is to make illusion happen and to be a singer and release my music. And I think that my first album is the start of more music to come, and that's the first thing that I want to accomplish. Focus on my music and release music. Well, it's such a hard question, really. And sometimes it might sound pathetic to some people, but I wish I could make this world a little bit better. I wish I could make it a better place. So the people I can reach, I want to give them positive energy, and I want to give them a positive attitude, and I want to remind them that nowadays it's even more important to be nice to people. Because there's more bullying than ever before, I think, especially on the internet. And I was bullied when I was in school too. That's something that I would like to accomplish too. And okay, I'm also going for one superficial thing. I want to lose some weight. Okay, next question. I know I'm speaking very fast, but I picked like 50 questions, and I don't know if I can answer all of them because the video is already 4 minutes, so that's why I'm speaking so fast. Dada says that other artists and bands use crowdfunding to release their work. Do you think it is a good way to produce records nowadays? I think it's the future. I think crowdfunding or direct-to-fan funding is a very, very interesting new way for artists to connect with the audience, to connect with their fans. And that's why I decided myself to use a direct-to-fan platform for my first album, because I know that there is a fan base, hello everyone, out there, and people who actually are interested in listening to my music. And I chose Pledge Music. You can check it out, pledgemusic.com/jackstrify, to fund my first album, because like this I can work freely. I can make the album that I want to make. And I don't need to listen to anyone above me telling me, no, this is good, this is not good. And for my first album, this was very important for me, and I think it's a great way to connect to the audience, and I think you become more of a community. It's not like I'm standing here and everybody else is standing here. We are one, and we can only make it happen if we believe in each other, and we can only make it happen together. So I think crowdfunding is the future. Chris Saltzman is asking me what's inspiring me. Did something magical happen to you, or is illusion just a big ball of dreams and visual illusions? First of all, life inspires me the most. My life inspires me the most. Literature inspires me. Movies inspire me. Music inspires me. I love fashion. Fashion inspires me as well. And concerning the illusion question, I think that nothing is really real except for love. I think that everything is an illusion. We are just here on this planet for a very short time, and it's just a big dance. It's just all an illusion. That's something I believe in. That's why I called my album Illusion. And I know that sometimes life here can be very hard and difficult, and sometimes you need to dream, and I know for sure that I never want to lose any illusion I have, because it makes life easier and more bearable, and sometimes you need to be naive to really go for something, and that's why I don't want to lose my illusions, and I want to share my my dreams with you. That's why this album is called Illusion. Yes. Comem El Bifrost is asking me what I did if I had a time machine, in which moment or period in history I would choose to go. Well, if I had a time machine, first of all, I hope it would be a TARDIS, because it's bigger on the inside. And it's a nice blue color as well. I'm wearing a blue jacket right now as well. You can't see it because I chose black and white, because everything looks better in black and white, as my friend always used to say. Well, in this century and the last century, there are 2 decades that I would like to go. First of all, the 80s, because I love the 80s. I'm obsessed with the 80s. I think you can hear that on my album. I would like to see bands like Depeche Mode play in the 80s. I would like to see David Bowie play in the 80s. Maybe even it's better in the 70s, but still, I want to go to the 80s. And I just was born in the 80s, but it was already the end of the decade, so I hardly really lived in the 80s. And another decade would be the 1920s, Berlin, because I think it was a very interesting time period, especially in Berlin, because there was so much culture and nightlife blooming there before a certain someone came and tore it all down. But I really would like to see the 1920s and 1980s. Next question. I know you like reading. Do you read modern literature? Could you advise something interesting? Is a question by Kamikaze Herz. Yes, I read modern literature. I have been reading a lot the last 2 years, not that much this year. But right now, I think it's even somewhere close to me, I am reading a book by... The hammer slams to your heartbeat. Who's the master? Who's your guide?